Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to our videos. So in this one, we're going to take a look at one of Night Fury's videos using Mr. Freeze to do 2 billion damage using Puppet of Zatanna without using Raven, Brainiac or Betaclub. Obviously no Betaclub because Puppet of Zatanna in the description. We're going to take a look at the team setup, but before I get into that, I want to emphasize, don't go for Mr. Freeze, don't rush getting Mr. Freeze. He's good, but he needs a lot to get to this point. We're going to see here some fights with very high level artifacts and the 7-star Mr. Freeze, and he's very reliant on his star rating. Your Mr. Freeze will not be this strong for a long ass time after you first get him, so don't rush getting this character. Yeah, the team is going to be Mr. Freeze with Puppet of Zatanna, obviously. Puppet of Zatanna bonuses are actually going to be slightly relevant here. It's like a damage increase on special too. Though it doesn't mean much because damage increase buffs on artifacts don't really work properly or don't scale that well. And it's gonna have a Black Adam here. Black Adam is gonna do his thing, deal his percentage health damage, do his super move as well. By the way, the Black Adam super move, because I saw somebody asking this question in the comment of the video and Night Fury mentions it, that he'll do super move with Black Adam, does not increase the damage of the teammates in any way, shape or form. But you need 20 stacks with Mr. Freeze in order to, 30 stacks in order to max out his damage buff. So you actually should not trigger infinite power unless you have those 30 stacks ready. Because once you trigger infinite power, Mr. Freeze is no longer gonna get his damage buff. You can see he's only at 4, we need to get to 30 as soon as you hit infinite power. You're not gonna consume power anymore, and your specials are simply not gonna trigger that. Is that infinite power? So, even with Puppet of Zatanna buff active, your other teammates are going to consume power bars actually. Tag the Mr. Freeze in here, he lost the Puppet of Zatanna buff. I think you could have, though it doesn't work like that, because it would have been still 0 power for Black Adam. So what he's doing is getting back into the infinite power loop, and then tagging in our characters to do pretty much what needs to be done. For some reason, super move consumes power bars, even if you have infinite power, which is kind of weird, but goes to the advantage in this fight. If you've seen my face for long enough, let's push the camera a bit. You can see this handsome man getting some pets while we're onto this fight. Yeah, there we go. Infinite power activated. And boy, this is actually some crazy ass damage. 21 mil or second special. And it goes all the way up to 26 as he gets more damage against target negative effects. Because that's one thing that the Puppet of Zatanna also does. The dot values are also 400 mil, not 400 mil per second, it's more like 400 mil per millisecond. Some absolutely insane values. I'm not sure which one does more damage. I would say the normal damage of the second special, not the dots, though the dot, even though it's far lower, happens a lot of times. But like, this is kind of the optimal point where you want to be with the Puppet of Zatanna against an enemy, because the special 2 kind of drops from above, so the enemy is not really able to break out of it. But yeah, 26 seconds left. Look, honestly, he used Black Adam, got that percentage hull damage out of the way real fast, but I don't think that's necessary. Honestly, considering how many seconds were left on that clock, I think is gonna be able to easily get 2 billion damage with Vixen instead of Black Adam, if you're concerned about the percentage hull damage. Trust me, 30 seconds left is plenty for that team, especially considering how much damage it was doing every single second. Now he's showing the artifacts again, we've already seen them and talked about them, let's get right to the fight. Gonna be Boss Wonder Woman here. Nothing to keep in mind about Boss Wonder Woman, she's not really that special. She generates power fast, but she's not really able to spend that power, so it really does not matter. Super move here, Black Adam. You can see that he's kind of learning to an extent from previous fights. Now he kind of At the very least, it seemed like he did that as a priority in this fight, because he knew he would get to that point anyway. Okay, she's frozen. Though he's not doing well because Mr. Freeze not at max stacks. No, he's just chilling, waiting for Puppet of Zatanna effect to disappear. Did I miss it when doing the pets on the cat again? I'm not sure if he did or did not use the super move of Classic Quantum, and that's another thing that he could have done. Get more stacks, but I think he might have done it and I was not paying attention. Yeah, now just taking her to the corner, and keep in mind there's a ton of time that went by of this fight, so this could have gone a bit more optimally in terms of time spent. There we go, we got her frozen again, and she's in the loop. It's over for her. Over here it's gonna be a class advantage, and that doesn't matter that much, but when you get so many buffs and so many damage increases in the fight, it might actually matter a bit. I don't really see that huge of a difference, to be honest. But yeah, yet again, absolutely insane amounts of damage here. I'm thinking what would be the most optimal way to get Mr. Freeze all the way up to 10 stacks. Like, you're gonna have to do some stacks yourself. So, hear me out. You get him to infinite power as quickly as possible. You do a super move with one of the other characters because that consumes power bars. And you get let the enemy get unfrozen, which at that point they will hopefully have super move available. Oh no, I'm talking bullshit because the enemy power bars spent apply only for Crown of Conduct. But yeah, 2 super moves from your teammates should easily get you 20 stacks, and you have to handle the rest yourself. Who thought that infinite power would be a bit inconvenient at points. But yeah, as you can see, this fight went less optimal than the previous fight, though even in less optimal circumstances, Puppet of Zatanna Mr. Freeze is still able to do 2 billion damage. So that was it for this fight. Also, he's got an artifact drop here, which is an arcane artifact. It's a crap one. Like, they put 3 bullshit artifacts that give you fast attack chance, and out of all of them you can clearly see that 2 of them are worse versions of a 3rd artifact, and I'm not even sure that's good. But nevertheless, this was the video from Night Fury. Make sure to check him out, subscribe. Like, really, if you don't check him out, you're really missing out on some amazing content. I'll put links to his videos in the description in the pinned comments. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.